Back in 2016, Olamide and DonJazzy got into a confrontation which nearly escalated into a full-blown war. It was a delicate matter and it took the intervention of Aliko Dangote to calm the whole thing down. But what was the origin of this conflict? Well, the whole thing started on the 1st of January 2016 during the 10th Headies Award. A lot of artists were nominated for the next rated category. As a matter of fact, the 2016 edition of the Headies was the most contested in history. Artists like Kiss Daniel, Reekado Banks, Lil Kesh and other young talented artists were nominated in this category. For Olamide, he was hoping his artist Lil Kesh will be given the award, while DonJazzy was also hoping his own signee Reekado Banks will end up bringing the award home. After the whole evaluation process, the Headies decided to crown Reekado Banks as the next rated artist for the year, and this was when chaos erupted. For Olamide, this wasn't just a loss, it was an injustice. In his eyes, the street had spoken. Through streams, through sales and through every kid on the street who was dancing to Lil Kesh songs. But despite all of this, the Headies refused to listen. Right there and then at the venue of the event, Olamide and his crew stormed onto the stage and protested. He argued that every single song that Lil Kesh dropped ever since he was signed turned out to be a massive hit. So as such, he was more deserving to win the next rated award.
Good, let's be honest, this award belongs to Lil Kesh because Lil Kesh is our next rated artist. Every fucking single was a hit, back to back.
After making his points known, Olamide angrily stormed out of the venue. Now DonJazzy, who was watching everything unfold from where he was seated in the audience, immediately went on stage and gave Olamide a humiliating response. In his words, if Olamide wants the car, he should come and collect it.
Olamide, if you want the car, come and collect it.
Artists who won the next rated award are given a brand new car as gift. So what DonJazzy did there with his statement was to call Olamide broke. For someone as big as Olamide, he could easily be making 10 million naira every single month. So this wasn't about a 5 million naira SUV. It was about recognizing the blood, sweat and the amount of work that Lil Kesh put out that year. DonJazzy's job wasn't just an offer, it was a very deep public insult. But before we proceed, did Reekado Banks even deserve to win the next rated award? I mean, judging from the result, he honestly didn't deserve to win. I also don't think that Lil Kesh was worthy enough. The person that should have won the next rated award back then, in my opinion, was Kiss Daniel, and here is why. Out of all the artists that were nominated in that category, Kiss Daniel is the only artist who is still dominating the music industry till today. Reekado Banks and Lil Kesh have both lost their spark and are no longer active anymore. And these were the same artists that nearly turned the music industry apart. After the whole drama went down, fans on social media were thrown into a state of uncertainty. Everybody began picking sides. Some were with Olamide, while another portion of people were backing DonJazzy. Nobody knew what was going to happen. They were all on edge, waiting for one scapegoat to make a move so they will officially kick off World War III. To make you understand how messy this would have been, Olamide is known as the king of the street. He has an army of people who will easily go to war for him without him even asking. On the other hand, DonJazzy is seen as the quiet one, but behind his quietness and humility lies a master strategist who could easily end your career. Both camps were patiently waiting for someone to throw the first blow, and in this moment, Africa's richest man, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, decided to step into the picture. He invited both Olamide and DonJazzy to his Ikoyi mansion in Lagos in a bid to try and reconcile the two music giants. The meeting was held behind closed doors and nobody knew what actually went down in there. According to several reports, Olamide was said to have prostrated in accordance with Yoruba tradition while apologizing to DonJazzy. After the meeting was done, pictures of them smiling and shaking hands with each other surfaced online. Several hours later, both Olamide and DonJazzy issued out a statement apologizing for their respective behaviors. This move officially brought an end to the rising tension in the music industry. Till today, nobody knows why Dangote decided to get himself involved. Some say he saw that a fight between Olamide and DonJazzy would tear down the Nigerian music industry, but all of these are just speculations, as the actual reason for his involvement remains a mystery till date. The irony is that the artists responsible for starting this fight have both left their record labels. Reekado Banks eventually left Mavin's, while Lil Kesh departed YBNL to stand on his own as an independent artist. On the other hand, both Olamide and DonJazzy have built their empires into a music powerhouse. YBNL introduced us to stars like Fireboy and Ashake, while Mavin's launched the careers of both Rema and Star. The competition between these two music giants still exists till today. The only difference is that it is now a healthy competition rather than a violent one. We have come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed watching this mini documentary, make sure you like, comment and share for more interesting videos.